Hey guys, welcome back to Ottoex. Today we're featuring a 1992 Corolla Wagon. It's also called the Corolla van, where this vehicle comes from, which is Japan. So this is a Japanese domestic market 1992 Corolla van wagon. It's wrapped in Toyota single-stage white paint, original. This is the CE109 chassis code. So that means it is powered by the 2C 2-liter diesel engine. And the 109 means it's a full-time four-wheel drive drivetrain. Pretty desirable and very uncommon packages in these Corolla wagons. This one is a utilitarian spec. So the rear axle is actually leaf sprung. The front is struts, so that means it has a higher payload rating. It gets phenomenal fuel economy with this diesel engine. Estimates are 35 to 45 miles per gallon. This example has right around 100,000 original miles. And this is a pretty tidy, clean example. We've only been able to find 2 of these in about 7 years of doing this. So this is the second one we've brought in, and we're really excited to present it to everyone here on the channel and on the interwebs. Well, let's take a peek in the driver's seat. Pretty straightforward little diesel four-wheel drive wagon. Basic utility spec vinyl door cards, crank down windows. Doesn't get much easier and fuss-free than that. We just sold an 80 series Land Cruiser with a really similar interior spec. So this is kind of like the Corolla wagon version of that. Front seats are basic cloth vinyl upholstery. Stepping in, you are met with a pretty simple gauge cluster. Speedo in the center, fuel left, and temp gauge on the right. 167, 843. 100 and change thousand miles is what that translates to. Basic HVAC controls. This car does have AC, however, at the moment it's not blowing cold. Something pretty common in these 25-year-old vehicles. Actually, this is a Toyota tape deck CD player, so factory package there. We've got a 5-speed shift lever, floor shift, and reverse. Parking brake, nice and tight. Really Spartan, functional interior, urethane wheel, pretty much all vinyl interior. Driver door card, passenger door card, same. Manual locks, manual windows, manual mirrors, manual transmission. Pretty simple, durable. They love these wagons over in Russia and Serbia. A lot of them ended up there because they're just workhorses. They just do it. They put in work. A little ashtray down here. All right, let's take a peek in the back, see how that all works. So, same vinyl door cards, roll down windows. The rear bench is a full vinyl bench, assuming because these vehicles were used for utility purposes. Vinyl is just easier to wipe down and clean, so it would make sense the rear is set up that way. So we got that. There's a handle here, pull that forward, and your bench drops down, gives you full access to your vinyl-lined cargo area. Really simple and functional. Pro tip here, if you want to get this to fully fold flat, this folds forward as well. I'm not going to dig it out because I can't with one hand, but it does fold up, so you can get this one to go completely flush if you like, which is neat. Factory Steelies wrapped in some new tires all around. There are some imperfections, some body damage here, little dent. I'll point them out as we walk around. It's obviously not a perfect car, but it's really clean for what it is. So 400 kilogram is the sticker rating. So here's your cargo area. A little bit of the mat is frayed here, and just some scratches on the threshold, kind of what you'd expect from normal use. Tailgate underside is clean. Looking down the left side, and up on the roof. Same idea inside the rear left. And then driver's side as well. Or sorry, passenger side. Get mixed up. All pretty tidy, straightforward workhorse of a vehicle. Headliner's pretty clean up there. Oh, I want to point something out on the dash. So there's a little bit of wear here. But that's about it on the inside. Hazards, rear defrost. And this is a lock for your tailgate, the only power lock on the vehicle. Tailgate, rather, rear hatch, what I meant. Just a super cool little wagon. These things are brilliant, in my opinion. Just the perfect, quintessential vehicle Toyota doesn't make anymore, unfortunately. But that's why we're here, to find them, refresh them if they need it, and present them to you guys. This one is currently looking for a new home. We're right about to list it for sale here. So if you see the video, there's a chance we may still have it. Give us a call, reach out, don't hesitate. If we have sold this one already, we're always looking for more. And if you're looking to sell yours too, we might be interested. So with that said, why don't we fire this little guy up so you can hear the engine. Maybe I'll take you around the block. Drives real nice. There is a CD in here, which I will eject. I know you guys would rather listen to my voice. Put the seatbelt on. Safety first. Headlights. All right. This thing's really smooth for what it is. It's got a nice, quiet, clean, torquey power delivery. Nice tight handling. And it just it gets you down the road. It does its job. It doesn't put up much of a fuss. It really just does what it's made to do, which is work, haul things, get you around in maybe snowy conditions, icy conditions, safely. This 2C engine is just a fully mechanical engine, so that means there's no ECU, no computers. It's not an electronically injected engine. So it's really, 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 really simple. For example, if someone launched an EMP, disabling all the electronics around maybe the country or the city, or just maybe in war, or who knows what the conditions are, but this vehicle wouldn't be disabled by that. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I hope to God that it doesn't, but it's just good to know that you've got something as reliable. It can be field serviced. It's pretty cool. you know, it takes a lot of note from vehicles that are designed for military use or use in adverse areas where, you know, if your car gets disabled, you might die. Plenty of power, no shortage of it on tap. You feel it right there, right under your right foot. It's on demand, courtesy of the diesel that sits in the hood. So these 2C diesels are found in a lot of different vehicles. You find them in town aces, you find them in light aces, you find them in you know, the truck variants of those vehicles. The 1Cs were found and sold even in the Camrys and the Corollas here for 2 years in the 80s. And they're exceptionally reliable, especially in this front bonnet, front hood mounted configuration as is in this wagon. They're not prone to overheating or any issues. Now, when you turbo it and you stuff it under the seats of a van, the game changes a little bit. They become a little bit more prone to overheating, a little bit more sensitive to the cooling system maintenance. That said, there's still great engines even in that platform, but this one is a little bit above and beyond when you get them in the sedans or anything with a front hood. The 2C stands out, and it's also just a little bit more suited power-wise for the size and weight of this station wagon rather than a larger van. And anyone who's driven a van with those engines and then hops in and drives this, you'll see right away the difference. It just feels properly matched in this configuration. And I really like them in this configuration. So yeah, it's just a great little wagon. This one was a one owner in Japan, owned by a company of some sort. It was commercially owned, and looks like it had a little relatively quiet life there, only 100,000 miles and what is that, 31 years about is the age. So didn't have a hard life. In fact, it's barely started its life. All right. Well, that was our test drive. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it and sharing this really cool car with you guys. Again, check us out on Ottoex.com. That's Ottoex. This rig is now for sale at our showroom in Portland, Oregon. And any questions, feel free to reach out. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.